Hello guys, so let's get started with this. So first of all, let me show you my settings and how things are working over here. So if I just, so I currently have three VMs running over here: VM1, VM2, and VM3, as we know from the assignment. And to connect them all together and connect them with host OS, I added a network layer, a bridge adapter between the network layer that will basically enable us to have a bridge between the guest OS, different guest OS VMs like VM1, VM2, and also with the host OS itself. Because I have specified my particular physical adapter instead of going with the host only Ethernet adapter. So this way I can communicate with other VMs too using the switch adapter. So that's the setting which I have. The same setting is for VM2 too. Like it also has the same bridge adapter. If I go here, it will show me the bridge adapter, and same for the VM3. So that means that I am able to access between the guest OS and the host OS. So I have them up and running. So let's see what's happening in each one of them. So let me open VM1 first. So, oh, okay, it logged out. So I made a simple web server using Golang itself, and it is currently running over here in Go run main.to. And okay, let's look at the IP later on. But I will open VM1 and show you how it looks like. So yeah, localhost 80. Not now, man. Not now. Assets. Wait a second. Yeah, so this is what it currently looks like. Now, this particular web application is connected to the database which is running in my VM2, and as you can see, I had I had hard coded the IP address of VM2 for now, since it was just a sample application where the host IP is the IP of VM2. So if I just open VM2, wait one sec. If I open VM2, which is over here, uh, I have a Postgres instance running over here, as you can see. But let me first show you the IP itself. So if I do ifconfig, as I can see, the IP is 192.168.1.104, which was similar to what I had written over here. So that's how it is connected to this particular database of Postgres. Now, first to check whether it is connected or not, what I will do is I will add something like Nidhi with roll number B18CSE012, let's say, and she was absent while this was happening, and I submitted. Now, if I just reload the page, I can see that the name, roll number, and attendance has been added. But I will also try to query it over here in the database. So as you can see, one more line was added over here where the things which I added was replicated. So it means that this is communicating with this database properly. Okay, so now let's try one more test where basically we try to run it using the third VM itself. So I also have the third VM running. Is the third VM. Let me just log in into this too quickly. I already checked the IP for the first VM, but I can do it once again. Where basically this is our VM1. If I go and do ifconfig, I can see this is the IP for VM1. I just copied it, went to VM3. It's the same IP. I'll show you over here. I'll just paste it once again and index.h ml. And if I enter it, as you can see, it has new data with the new entry itself. Let me try to add one more entry using VM3 itself and see whether it works or not. So let me do Josh, I guess, with roll number B18CSE011, and I think he was present. Let's assume he was present. So I just submitted it. Now if I reload this particular page, I see his entry over here. If I go to VM1 and reload the page, I see his entry over here. And if I go to the Postgres database and I query it, I can see the entry over here too. Now the third check which we wanted to do was communicate with the host threads itself. So I would use the same IP address which was over here, which we got from VM1 to try to connect to this particular web server. I had already added this IP, but so if I reload, I will just paste it once again. So you can reconfirm that's the same one. Yeah, and everything else should remain the same. So if I reload the page, as you can see, I have the entry for Josh itself. Now let's add one more entry over here and check if things are working or not. So let me just add row head, roll number. We have 216, sorry about that. And present, let's say. So if I just submit it and I reload the page, I can see Mr. Rohit over here. If I reload the page in the VM3, I can see Mr. Rohit over here. If I, one sec, if I go to VM1 and I reload the page, I can see Mr. Rohit over here. And let me just open the VM2 where we have our Postgres database and let me query the table once again. And I can see Mr. Rohit over here. So that means everything is working fine as it used to. Let me just recheck what all we need to show you guys. And yeah, I think that's all. If you want, I can go through the network configurations for all three VM once again. I thought I forgot to show VM3. So yeah, it also has the bridge adapter connector. So that's how they connect. And I have used the physical hardware instead of using host only Ethernet adapters, so they can also communicate with among themselves if they like. So due to that reason, I don't need to add adapter to one. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.